What a beautiful and such a personal experience you are going to have at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Scorpione. Such a beautiful and such a personal experience. You need to understand that it's not only about this beautiful, this personal, this gorgeous experience, this really positive experience you're going to have right at the beginning of this week, but you're also going to, something is going to happen to you and you are going to find this so rewarding. You're going to tap into something so significant, something so specific. This is going to rejuvenate you in every possible way, my gorgeous Scorpione, where you are going to reconnect with yourself like in a way you did not reconnect with yourself in a very long time, which means that you are going to have this idea. This idea, it's going to be absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Scorpione, because not only you gonna benefit from this idea yourself when it comes to your life, when it comes to your lifestyle in general, but those people who are very close to you and those people that means to you so much, they're also gonna benefit from this idea, my gorgeous Scorpione, as well. So you can only imagine how big is this going to be. This idea, my gorgeous Scorpione, is going to change your entire life. This idea is going to start the process of an ultimate change, and you are going to realize in 1 year time that your life is going to be completely different. This idea is going to change your entire life in the best possible way. That's why you're going to feel like this. That's why you're going to feel rejuvenated. That's why you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever, because in exactly 1 year time your whole life is going to completely change. I mean, this is absolutely brilliant. And no, I'm not surprised at all how suddenly, how nostalgic you're also going to feel, because that energy and that vibration goes with it so much. You're going to feel nostalgic. You're going to have so many moments at the beginning of this week where you're going to be reminded of your childhood. You're going to be reminded of, like, things from like a long time ago. And it's going to get to the point that, wherever you kind of look at, you're reminded of like a things in your life from a long time ago. But it's not so much about, what exactly was happening, but it's more about this feeling within, which is going to be rising every single time you're reminded of your childhood. Do you know what's going to happen? Do you know what is going to happen with all that? Your inner child, it's about to come out. My God, to remind you once again of what's important and what's not important. To remind you once again that you're absolutely at such a crucial stage of your spiritual journey where you have to trust yourself and you have to take a leap of faith. There is some kind of like, a risk that you are gonna need to take when it comes to this idea, because you're gonna be thinking, oh my God, it's happening at such a wrong time. No, baby, no. No, baby, no. Do not worry about this risk whatsoever. The whole point of this inner child coming out of you in order to guide you, it also means that this in itself is gonna be so successful, not only when it comes to your life in general, but when it comes to your spirit, when it comes to your soul. You are gonna feel like you are on an absolutely mind-blowing path, but you are not gonna be able to explain with words, if you know what I mean. If somebody asks you, like if you try to explain how you feel to somebody who is so close to you, you're still not gonna be able to find the words, because for the first time in your life, you're gonna feel this emotion you've never felt. And this is why am I saying that once your inner child comes out of you and guides you, oh my God, this means that this stage of your life is gonna happen in such a spontaneous way. But all I can say to you, it's gonna be absolutely remarkable indeed. And also, my gorgeous Scorpione, when it comes to the beginning of this week, after that, you are sorry, after that you are going to have such a good news as well. Maybe one day after this moment in time there is such a good news which you are going to have. The reason why this good news is going to be so brilliant, it's because you will know that something bad, something very negative, something very dark, it's actually coming to an end. And this is really going to surprise you. And you know what it is? Something that has been caused like about 10 months ago. Within the last 10 months, there was some kind of opportunity that you've had, and you were blaming yourself that you didn't maybe go for this opportunity. It's like it's to do with some kind of missed opportunity which happened in your life like about 10 months ago. And that missed opportunity has caused all sorts of problems, especially when it comes to all sorts of problems, you know. And there were things like kind of out of control, you know, because of that. And that in itself now means that, my God, this couldn't have been better time in your life for this to happen, because literally your faith, it's about to be restored. And that means that also the fact that you missed this opportunity made you feel a little bit like kind of paranoid in such a way, and anxious in such a way within the last 10 months, where you were holding on to these people and maybe certain possessions more than you shouldn't have. And only now you're actually going to see things crystal clear. This is bringing a clarity into your life. So therefore, you're going to snap out of it. This in itself, it's important to snap out of it, because if you carried on with this persistent feeling of anxiety and stress, that could start to kind of affect you physically and spiritually. So it's just happening absolutely at the right time. It couldn't have happened at a better time. These are like a really magnificent crossroads you're going through. So this is why this is going to be so important for you, my gorgeous Scorpioni, indeed. And you're also going to realize that somebody so close to you, somebody so close to you, like very, very close to you, somebody who you really love. Maybe this is your partner, maybe this is your lover, maybe this is your maybe this is your like a really fantastic friend, you know, or but it's somebody who you really feel connected to. It's going to start showing that they are doing something that they shouldn't be doing, and it's kind of starting to be visible on them. And it's not that you didn't know this, that that person is doing something to themselves that they shouldn't. Maybe that person is taking something they shouldn't, maybe they're drinking too much, maybe they're smoking. I have no idea what this is. It really depends, you know. But it will be brought to your attention that one of the major people in your life is having some kind of a problem. And do you know what? Guess what, my gorgeous Scorpione? No pressure, but you are the only one who can actually do something about it. No pressure. It means that you feel really connected to this person, and you have to somehow think of some kind of a plan, or how you're actually gonna do this. You need to be smart and you need to be clever, because that particular person in your life is becoming more sensitive and more sensitive and more sensitive because of what they are taking still, or they are doing that they shouldn't. And this is gonna be brought to your attention. And now it's an absolutely wonderful time to do something about it. But if this kind of takes over, if this kind of carries on, I'm sorry, but certain things are going to become absolutely irreversible. And you're going to be blaming yourself because you didn't kind of put your foot down when you should have. And that's exactly what you need to do right now. You need to somehow come up with some kind of a plan without offending this person too much about what they are doing. Because what they are doing, they're hurting themselves. It's going to become irreversible, but they're also going to start hurting you as well, because it's somebody who you love and somebody who you feel connected to. And that person is going to be so much better off without doing this anyway. You know, because that person went through something very difficult themselves. And I understand this. And that's why they started maybe finding their way out, maybe smoking something, maybe drinking too much, or whatever this person is doing. I understand. I completely understand, because sometimes people are really weak at certain points in their life, and they just look for that little bit of light when it comes to something. And I'm not saying it's a light to drink or to smoke or whatever, but you know what I mean. People just like kind of find something to connect to in order to deal with like kind of lots of negativities going on in their life, and it's like not real, it's like fake. Do you know what I mean? But then again, it's just the way certain people deal with things at the time when they feel really, really weak. And I understand this completely. But your spiritual job or your spiritual duty is to try to kind of help this person to understand this, without being too much. So this is what you need to kind of probably, kind of do somehow. And oops, I've just burped. Sorry, my gorgeous Scorpione. And also, when it comes to the beginning of this week, you will go somewhere. You will go somewhere. You will return from somewhere. You will go somewhere. So you will return from somewhere, from some kind of a travel, maybe little journey, maybe long journey, maybe holidays. You will return from somewhere. And once you return, you are gonna know, based on the experiences which you've had wherever you return from, you know based on the experiences you've had. These are very valuable experiences I'm talking about, because something is going to slap you in your face very hard. I'm not talking about a big mama, no, 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 but it's like the truth. There is something that you are going to become aware of in such a way where, like, what is an illusion? You will realize this experience is going to make you aware what's an illusion. And that in itself, it's really kind of going to be so important, because it's like you will realize what's an illusion, what to kind of move away from. But then on another hand, you're also going to realize that that illusion has been preventing you all this time to start this new beginning. It's to do with a new beginning, that you are gonna really have on your mind. There is some kind of new beginning, something that you wanted to start that you couldn't, because you were focusing on this particular illusion. So of course that this is gonna be important, my gorgeous Scorpione, but there is some kind of a compromise that you are gonna need to make. Okay, but then this is going to be really successful compromise, so it's like going to be so beneficial for you, like there is no tomorrow. So this is also very, very significant, my gorgeous Scorpione, indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, I can see you working on something. I can see you doing something, working on something, and I can see you like really being so into something so much. And you will be really enjoying yourself. You will be really creative. And then, my gorgeous Scorpione, what you're going to realize that there is some kind of there is some kind of realization you're going to have here. And this realization that you're going to have, it's like, my God, I want to learn this, I want to learn this, I want to look into it a bit deeper. You will want to look into something a little bit deeper. Whatever you are doing, whatever you're going to feel so creative about, it's like going to bring the best out in you, because it's nothing to do with what you're going to be creative about, but it's more about this energy which is going to be created, which there are two things are going to come out of it. Whatever you're going to be doing that makes you feel so creative, you should do this very, very often. And on another thing, it's like also whatever you're going to be doing which is going to make you feel so creative, you need to understand that now what you're going to realize here completely unexpectedly is how you want to learn something, how you want to learn something. There is something that you will want to learn, but it's nothing to do with what you were creative about. It's what this energy is going to do. So you're going to have this realization how much you want to learn something. And this in itself, once you kind of, and it's going to require from you to read and to gather more information, and it's not going to be long. And once you start this process of like reading or gathering this information, so random, oh my God, so random, you're going to have this like question, really big question answered something that has been on your mind for such a long time, such a long time. It's going to be brought to you through this particular experience, an answer to your question, something, an ongoing question, something that was driving you nuts for so long. It's going to come to you and it's going to stare at your face at the time when you least expected. So where you see my gorgeous Scorpione, where this process is going to lead. And you know what this question is? Huh? Do you know what this question is? Are you going to be a big mama? No, I'm joking. Are you going to be a big mama? No, I'm joking. It's not about you being a big mama. Do you know what this question? Do you know what this question is going to be about, my gorgeous Scorpionitus? It's going to be about whether you should start this venture or not. That's the question that is going to be answered. And the answer to that question is a big, fat, obese yes. Big fat yes. That's the answer to your question, my gorgeous Scorpione. Yes, you need to start this venture immediately. Like immediately. The moment you start this venture, the new phase of your life, it's about to begin. Listen to me very carefully. Yes, you need to start this venture immediately, regardless what's going on in your life. Okay? This venture is going to help you to be on top of things. This venture is going to like really help you to move on with your life. And also at the same time, this venture is, you will not know that immediately, but the moment in time you realize that you need to start this venture, that's your answer. That moment in time, you're already walking through the door like a very passionate door, which means that the things are already manifesting for you, which means that this venture is deep, deep, deep within your soul, deep within your spirit. It's written in your destiny. It's written in your destiny. Now it's time. Now it's time, my gorgeous Scorpione. This is why this is going to be so important. And this is why you're going to feel like this, because you're ascending, you're healing, and you're ascending. And don't be surprised when you realize how much more energy you have. Don't be surprised when you realize, oh my God, I feel different. But by the time you get to the last part of this week, oh my God, you're going to feel so different. You're going to feel so energetic. You're going to feel so much better, but you will not know where this is coming from. I mean, you will know. Yeah, you will be thinking about everything. So you will know, oh my God, I feel so much better. And when it comes to your energy in general, when it comes to things that are going to be on your mind, you will realize something is happening here, something is changing. And also when it comes to the last part of this week, you need to understand that, there is going to be this like kind of something very, very spontaneous. It's going to happen again at around the end of this week. You will kind of go somewhere where you don't normally go to, not far, just you will go somewhere. It's just really random. You will go somewhere where you don't normally go to, and this is going to be a sign and indication that there is something really interesting you are going to find out. There is something really interesting you are going to discover. And what are you going to discover? It's again to do with a very interesting possibility when it comes to your vision, how you want your life to be. And this interesting possibility, it's also going to be ever so important when it comes to your money, when it comes to your finances. This is going to be so important. This in itself is like, you need to understand, first of all, it's going to come like a possibility, but then again, just a couple of days later, there is somebody who is very consistent in your life, like a friend or somebody who you're going to be talking to, and there is an additional information that person is going to give you. It's really going to surprise you where this person knows this information from, but then again, it's not going to completely surprise you, because you know that this is somebody who's very knowledgeable. And when when it comes to their spirituality and practical things in life, it is to do with a very intelligent person anyway. So you will know, actually, it doesn't surprise me. But there is something that this other person is going to tell you about that particular possibility when it comes to money and making money and financial situation. And now you're going to realize, oh my God, there is so much more to it. There is so much more to it. And here you are going to find yourself on this mission, my gorgeous Scorpione, so spontaneously. You're going to so spontaneous. You're going to realize that there is a very important traveling journey that you are going to need to make. Very important traveling journey that you're going to need to make as soon as possible. As soon as possible. When you make this, it's going to be connected to all this. When you make this traveling journey, it's more about, you will know where you are going, you will know where you need to go, but it's more about once you get this to this destination, once you enter this dimension, you will be reminded of who you are. You will be reminded of your dreams. You will be reminded of where you are heading to. And most importantly, you will be reminded of like what exactly do you need to do right now, and the urgency. It's going to be out of this world. And the more urgent all this feels, the more closer to like all this you're going to actually get to. Like, you have no idea what an impact on your life this week, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's actually going to make. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be your oracle card of the week. What is going to be your oracle card of the week, my gorgeous Scorpione? Let's just see. Okay, let's just see what is going to be your oracle card of the week. What is going to be your oracle card of the week? Happiness. I mean, come on. You're going to be happy again. And I'm not saying that you were like a dark, negative, or sad, but seriously, you are, my God, this week, things are going to pick up for you so much. In terms of happiness, seriously, things are going to pick up for you so nicely this week, my gorgeous Scorpione. So it's this, your happiness, it's going to be your clarity. Oh my God, this is so good. Your happiness, it's going to be your own clarity this week. Whatever makes you happy, follow. Follow, follow, follow. Do that. Oh my God. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpione, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasi, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.